Hello, boys and girls, or rather, hello, you, wild, untamed spirits trapped in a system that is trying to tame you. I'm Val, and today we're going to talk about something they don't want us to talk about. How this whole school gig was built to turn you into obedient little worker bees, buzzing along to someone else's tune. Spoiler alert, it is not working anymore, and it is time to break free. Let's rewind the clock way back to the 1800s. Picture this: smoky factories, clanging machines, and a bunch of rich industrialists rubbing their hands together. That's when this thing called traditional education was born. It wasn't about making you brilliant or creative, nope. It was about churning out kids who could sit still, follow orders, and punch a clock. The Prussian system, that's what they called it, rolled out in Europe and hopped over to America like a bad cold. Why? To breed workers. Kids would grow up to be cogs in the machine. Don't ask questions, don't rock the boat, just do what you are told. Sounds familiar? Now, fast forward to today. The world's flipped upside down. Robots are building cars, phones are smarter than teachers, and the internet's a treasure chest of everything you would ever want to know. But guess what? School is still stuck in 1890s. You are told to sit still, line up, raise your hand and memorize stuff like the capital of Australia or how to multiply fractions. Meanwhile, out there, the world is moving at a warp speed and nobody is teaching you how to keep up. Let's be real, kids. When is the last time your teacher said, hey, let's figure out how to start a business, or who wants to learn how taxes actually work? Never, right? They don't teach you about money, government, or power. You don't learn how to pitch an idea, build something from scratch, or question the rules. Instead, it's sit down, follow the worksheet. The curriculum is a fossil, unchanged for decades, irrelevant to the chaos and the brilliance of today. It's like training you to ride a horse when everyone else is zooming by in Teslas. And don't get me started on creativity. You have got these wild imaginations, drawing dragons, dreaming up video games, asking what if, but school says, no, 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 color inside the lines, stick to the script. They're scared of your questions, terrified of your ideas. Why? Because free thinkers don't fit in the near little boxes. They want robots, not rebels. But here's the kicker: the world doesn't need more robots. It needs you, raw, loud, messy, and unafraid to think outside the cage they have built for you. Now let's talk about the real champs, the ones who have made it big. Not by following the rules, but by torching them. Have you ever heard of Sara Blakely? She was a door-to-door salesperson. No fancy degree, just a wild idea to make comfy underwear, Spanx. Laughed, rejected, she kept going, built a billion-dollar empire from her kitchen table. Or what about Felix Dennis, a dropout, a punk? Started with a tiny magazine about kung fu movies, flipped the script and turned it into a publishing giant worth millions. These folks didn't ace spelling test or salute the system. They took risks, thought sideways, and said, I am carving my own road. Success, real success, the kind that lights up your soul and your bank account, doesn't come from playing it safe. It's not about perfect attendance or gold stars. It's about personal development, growing your mind, your guts, your vision. It's about breaking the chains of normal society and daring to be different. You have got to take risks, think freely, and stop letting dusty old system tell you who you are supposed to be. Want an example? Let's talk money, specifically the banking system. Picture this: a creaky, ancient machine designed centuries ago by men in powdered wigs. It's built to keep you down, charging you fees to hold your own cash, loaning you money you will slave to pay back. All while the big shots at the top get richer. They'll tell you it's the only way. Save a penny, work till you're 65. Hope you don't go broke. It's a trap, a rusty cage that thrives you following the rules. Don't question it, don't fight it, just keep the wheel spinning. But then, bam, along comes crypto. A bunch of free thinkers said, nah, we're done with your game. They built a whole new way, blockchains, Bitcoin, Ethereum, money that doesn't need a bank's permission slip. It's risky, sure. Prices bounce around like a kangaroo on a trampoline, but that's the point. It's not about playing safe, it's about betting on a future where you control your wealth, not some suit in a skyscraper. Crypto is proof that thinking outside the box, ditching the old playbook, is how you win. It's not taught in school because it scares the system silly, and that is exactly why it matters. So, what is the takeaway, my little rebels? Traditional education is a relic, a rusty anchor dragging you down in a world that is sailing ahead. It's not teaching you how to run a business, decode the government, or dream up the next big thing. It's not prepping you for a life of freedom and fire. It's prepping you to punch a clock and say, yes, sir, but you are not here for that. You are here to be you, bold, brilliant, and unbound. Question everything, read books that don't assign, watch videos about money, power, coding, art, whatever sets your brain on fire. Talk to people who have done it, real trailblazers, not textbook drones. Take risks, even if it's just a lemonade stand or a crazy drawing nobody gets yet. That's personal development, building yourself into someone unstoppable, not some cookie cutter kid who blends into the crowd. Look at the legends again. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't bow to every rule. They carved their own path, mentally, personally, financially, and that is why they're giants. You have got that in you too, but it won't happen sitting still, swallowing a curriculum that is older than your grandmother's flip phone. It happens when you burst out, think wild, and chase what is yours. So, next time someone else tells you to sit down and behave, you tell them, well said? No, thank you. I'm too busy building my empire. The world's waiting, kids. Ditch the chains, grab your spark, and let's burn the old rules to the ground. Who is with me?